Hey everyone, welcome back. This is Darkfire Slide, and we're back in Civ 5 playing as Spain. So where we left off, it's been a bit since well, not a bit, I slept since I last played. So let's reacquaint ourselves with what we're doing here. We wanted to expand to the sugar and this jungle area over here. And I think where we want to build the city is probably going to be in this grassland spot. Or I may actually build it on top of the jungle just because it'd be less of a hassle to deal with. Yeah, plus it'd be exactly 5 tiles away on that, which would be perfect. We always want to maintain about a 5-tile distance between our cities, because that's going to allow us to it's going to allow us to shit, I can't remember the words. I just woke up. Excuse me. So it's going to allow us to build roads faster or pay less for roads, which is really important, especially in the early game, so that we don't have to pay as much maintenance for the roads. So we're starting to sort of run into the problem with wide empires, which is that with there's a number of cities penalty to happiness, and we're starting to run into that a little bit. We're building a circus and a coliseum to help counteract that. But wow, look at this Greek hoplite, man. He's holding the line against like 3 barbarian units. That's insane. We could embark to go help him, but I don't know if I'm really feeling that, I guess. Until we get I forget what the tech is. It may actually be the tech where we get the Gallius, which is Compass, yeah. Which I think we honestly try to rush for. Because then we can get Astronomy sooner as well, which would be really nice. I'm going to take a second to look at the tech tree here, because I want to get a better idea of where we're going in terms of growth. Civil service could be good, but really I think all we're going to get out of it is the pikemen, because we don't, because it increases farm output with farms that are near a fresh source of water, which none of our cities really have. We don't, by source of fresh water, it usually, it basically means just rivers, and I guess like a lake as well, but we're not really going to be able to take advantage of that in the way that we would hope for. So, civil service isn't really important to us, except to get pikemen. But we don't have any spearmen to upgrade anyway. Theology, I think we'll probably go for theology, honestly. Engineering still just not particularly useful for us. I like aqueducts, but it doesn't really do much for us because none of our cities have a particularly high amount of population, like you would find in a tall empire. I love this, by the way. This how much production Cordoba has is absolutely incredible. Sadly, it means it's not going to be growing very quickly, but I think that's okay. All of this is hills. I may actually build a farm temporarily on one of these tiles, just to help speed things along here. Let's see. I think we want a Colosseum. Still, nobody has built the pyramids. I'm starting to wonder if anybody else in this game went Liberty as their.
ยินดีต้อนรับ
See, Siam went tradition. Montezuma went Liberty, so he might be building them. I think I honestly am going to build the mint. And the reason for that is because it'll give us more money from this gold mine. 2 more per turn is pretty big at this point in the game, so yeah, I think I'm going to go for that. I would love to get a bigger military and a bigger navy, by the way. Definitely on my priority to-do list. However, I really want to get, not navigation. No, it is navigation, I think.
What is drama but life with the dull bits cut out?
Alfred Hitchcock. Yeah, I think theology is the right call here. Oh no, he built Petra. I've always wondered about that wonder because it's so situational, right? Because normally deserts give nothing. So now his desert tiles actually do give something, which is okay, I guess, but it's still not really great. And the amount of effort put into building that wonder is probably disproportionate to the gains of building it. Oh hey, Russia finally took it. I was wondering about that. I mean, I'd figured Russia went liberty, but I wasn't sure. Right, we can also start building trading posts, which is going to be pretty important, I think, to maintaining our economy. Especially getting so many buildings that have upkeep. I'm going to build a market. I think a market is the right call here. And what about this city? I think I'm going to start working on the other. Actually, let's build units out of here. Now that I think about it, let's build a swordsman. It'll take a bit, but you know, it's better to have it while our other cities are actually producing useful things. Not that building an amphitheater is useless, of course, but we're not in particularly dire need of culture at the moment. So Seville here is really going to be, I think, our economic center. Actually, I didn't realize there wasn't a worker here. I'm going to build a farm on top of some of these hills so that Cordoba can get to growing. Actually, looks like they might be growing already, so maybe I won't worry about it. Maybe I'll go build trading posts instead. Excuse me. This is one of the first campaigns, by the way, where I've manually controlled my workers basically the entire time. What I tend to do is get to a certain point and then I just throw them on automate because I don't feel like doing things, which is incredibly lazy, by the way. I'm not I'm not advocating that sort of play because it's not very good play. Let me build a trading post. We don't need farms. I think I'm actually just gonna build another mine right there. Because if you can have that much production in a city, why wouldn't you, right? Because having a lot of population is fine, but if you don't have production or gold or other tiles, having a lot of food is actually detrimental because your cities will grow, and then oh cool, we can buy one of our pagodas, which I know is not like canon. I'm going to use the term canon here, which is of course a pun on the Catholic faith and making saints. That's the fun fact, if you didn't know. When somebody's made a saint, they are canonized, which I think is funny because today when we think of canon, we think of like, oh, it's true to the source material, which like has nothing to do with it. But anyway, we're gonna build Catholic pagodas because pagodas are the best kind of religious building. Because we'll get +2 happiness, +2 culture, and +2 faith per turn, which is incredible. Which will speed up, of course, us getting more pagodas, and the more cities we have, the more pagodas we can build. Although we really need to spread our religion. It's not spreading very quickly at all. Right, we picked up patronage. Though we'll want to pick up exploration at well at some point. If not immediately. I think I actually do want to just pick up exploration. Kind of wish I could take patronage back, but when we got patronage, we didn't have a choice, so it wasn't really in the cards for us to begin with. Alright, so I'm gonna build a settler. It's time. Excuse me, I really need to get a drink of water after this recording. So that's funny. Our culture output is not particularly impressive, and yet we're on the top of the list with a number of social policies gained. Morocco just reformed his faith, which is pretty cool. These trading posts are becoming quite lucrative as well, which I'm happy about.
3 things are necessary for the salvation of man: to know what he ought to believe, to know what he ought to desire, and to know what he ought to do.
So I'm taking a look at these wonders that we get from, oh man, that's really bad. Excuse me. I'm looking at the potential bonuses that we can get for all these wonders that we could build. Obviously, we get the Grand Temple National Wonder if we build the temple in all of our cities, which may happen at some point. It may not. Hagia Sophia would be pretty good just to get the free Great Prophet. The Great Mosque, we need piety for that. Or we could get just Borobudur, which gives us 3 missionaries. I guess we'll see. I'm not particularly sold on any of these, but we're going to pick up Compass now. And the reason for that is because I want to get harbors really quick, because that would allow us to expand over here and take advantage of the natural resources that lay beyond. Like, there's a really big source of iron right here. And then, of course, we have the sugar and what appears to be the only source of cotton on this continent. So I can't stress how, like, huge it is that we get that. Whew. Excuse me. But for the time being, we're going to expand down here. Alright, we're going to build another trading post. We're going to build tons of trading posts, because I don't care about growth, I care about money. As you can see, we're starting to pick up our economy, especially compared to where it was before. Finishing that market in Barcelona is going to give us 3 more per turn. And eventually we're going to start reaching the point where we can, like, buy city-state favor, or we could start buying units, buy more settlers, you know, the whole 9 yards. I think I'll train another cargo ship in Barcelona, because I believe they can actually reach Jerusalem, which means I'm going to go patrol this trade route ahead of time, just to go, because there are 2 coastal cities here that we have to deal with. Getting Compass, of course, will allow us to build galleasses, which have ranged attack, which means they can actually attack on land, which will be huge for us in our attempts to expand. We finally have the cattle here in Madrid, so we're going to build that. I think we're just going to build another mine in Cordoba. Cordoba is going to be a huge production city, and I love it. So we're going to put these units on alert. I wish there was a way to just flat out protect trade routes, because the way it is now is not very intuitive. Build a mine. Alright, our settler is done. So I need to upgrade this warrior to a swordsman. And let's, well, we've got a scout down here already, and it looks like it's already pretty clear. And hey, look, the game's actually recommending that we build there, so I think I was right in thinking that I should do that. I love that this golf in here is really interesting. I really like it. And in fact, if our scout has picked up embarkation, I may just send him down here to start picking up these ancient ruins that we spotted a while ago. 'Cause there's quite a few of them. Let's see, back in Madrid, I'm going to build another worker, or maybe I should build, I should build a shrine. Because we need a temple in every city if we want to get the Grand Temple, to get the 8 bonus faith per turn from building that. So I'm going to send this back to Madrid, and the reason that I'm sending this to Madrid, or the caravan back to Madrid, is because that way our religion can spread, which is pretty important to me. I want all of our cities to have that faith. It's gonna take 6 turns to get there. Oh well. Yeah, let's go try to pick up these ancient ruins and get some extra bonuses maybe. Or just get maps that we already have because we've already scouted the area. So I'd say that about when you want to expand in this game is about 7 or 8 happiness to build a new city. If you're fighting a war and you're taking land, I would say that the number you probably want to shoot for in that case would be about like 10 to 11, just to counteract the effects of the unhappiness that you get. Happiness management is it's actually a really difficult thing in this game, and that's because that has to do a lot with how much it affects everything. It's such a all-inclusive mechanic. Let's trade with if we can't spread it to our own cities, we'll at least spread it to the Aztec lands. I'm sure they'll be thrilled. Can't wait to get the galleasses, by the way. I'm excited. We're cruising right along, and I think I was definitely right earlier in this campaign to get the +2 science for each city connection, because we're making like 6 bonus science off of that, which is pretty substantial. You know, that's more than a 10% increase to our research rate because of that. Otherwise, we might be really far behind in tech. So it was a really lucky pickup to get that. We're gonna build a library because I really want to get the National College, I think it is. Yeah. That just gives a bunch of science. Our happiness is actually really stable right now. So I'm pretty happy about that. And then, I guess I'll build a national epic. See, it gives +1 culture. Although we couldn't because we're about to build a new city. Right. Okay. Build a stable instead then, actually. Get more production. I think that'd be more useful in the long run for us. Although, oh right, we also have the option for religious wonders now. I'm thinking Hagia Sophia. I think that's how it's pronounced anyway. And the reason for that is because I really want a free Great Prophet so we can just build more pagodas, honestly. That'd take 7 turns. That'd only take 5 turns if we go through the city-state, but I think we go for this one first. The embarkation speed is not particularly impressive. Compass is going to be huge for us, though. Chichen Itza is pretty good, if I recall. I can't remember off the top of my head what it does. That's what you get for civil service. +4 happiness and +1 culture, and increases the length of golden ages. So yeah, it's pretty good. It's really weird. Russia is building a ton of wonders, but they went Liberty, but they only have 3 cities. So they're playing tall, even though they chose the culture for going wide. Holy Toledo, I can say that now. Well, especially once we convert it, it'll be Holy Toledo. Right now, it's just Toledo. Don't worry about it. Oh, hey, we have a city next to a river now. That's impressive. It took long enough, right? Alright, we have our second cargo ship. We're going to... Oh, no. Sorry, that's our old one. Just asking for a new trade route. I don't like that barbarians can just instantly kill your trade ships, but I guess that just gives you more of an impetus to go murder them. Alright, let's go make an overseas expedition. Let's clear out these barbarian camps. I think it's time that we did that. Scout the coast a little bit. I'm sure there's still an archer there. There's still some spearmen. Yeah, that'll be interesting to clear out. Right, so first thing I think we want to do is build a city connection while that city grows. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. And then we'll throw these units on alert, even though Cordoba isn't particularly close to the Empire at the moment. So as you can see, we're kind of starting to get some good landmass. And where I've seen potentially expanding, the thing is, we could expand down here to try to snatch up this land, but there's nothing really of value down here. We'll already have sugar from Toledo once it grows large enough to get those tiles. And let's see, what else was I going to say? Yeah, and really, if we want to expand down here, we'll just have to kill the Aztecs. But I'm starting to think, like, I don't know how useful building naval units in this area would be after all. Like, I think I'm giving it more value than it actually has. So, let's see. What do we do at this point? We've got... Well, most of our provinces up here, or I call them provinces, they're tiles. Most of our tiles up here are pretty well developed. So, really all that's left to do is start helping out Toledo. So, we're going to go do that. Where's that swordsman at that I started to send? Alright, he's there.
جيت وأنا كل أمل.
Everyone hates Siam. I don't know what Siam did, but everyone hates them guts. And I'm perfectly fine with them killing Siam, because Siam in the late game, when all the nations are just like see, there should be a, okay, first of all, there should be a button here to help protect like the caravan. That would be great, and I don't think it'd be that hard to implement either, if I'm being 100% honest. But that's okay. We'll just tank a shot from that archer. 3 turns till we get the compass done. Anything useful we can do in the meantime? We can build a workboat, I guess, for one of our other cities, like Madrid, who still hasn't built one. Okay, so yeah, that's the caravans are used for land trade. I guess we'll start an amphitheater, but I really I want to get a galleass, or actually I really want to get a harbor out as soon as I possibly can. Yes, I'm friends with Morocco too. It's it's like, oh, I see you're already friends with so and so. Perhaps we could be friends. It's like almost like coming on to you in a way, which I think is kind of funny. All right, another free population in looks like it was in Seville, maybe. Wasn't Toledo. We know that. And then we want to go for these ones over there as well. Alright, get back here. Heal up. And hey, we have the compass. Oh, he got shot while he was in the water. That sucks. I wasn't paying attention. That's my bad. Alright, so to get astronomy, which we do want, we need civil service. But let's be honest, we probably need to catch up and pick up engineering, finally, at this point. I mean, it's not like we really need it for anything, but I'd like to have it all the same. Oh, he's still gonna be able to shoot him, isn't it? Oh, that's 3 tiles. Okay, he's safe. Alright, we're gonna start clearing out these barbarians, finally. And then, getting navigation was huge for us. Or the compass, rather. I keep saying navigation. I think navigation was, like... Navigation is the one that gives you frigates. And, is that galleons? No, privateers. Privateers, that's what that is. Excuse me. I would love to be able to take out those archers, so I think that's what I'm going to do with that horseman. Alright, worker. You have nothing to do right now, really. Oh, we could go develop that tile. Tile. I keep saying province because I played so much Europa, but... that's fine. I really need to get a drink of water after this. Okay. So, we cannot shoot him because he's in a defensible position. We're going to land our swordsman there, and we're going to take out these archers just straight up, and then get to a defensive position with our cavalry. Alright. Shrine, I think. Would be good. Our economy is booming now. Plus 20 per turn is pretty solid for this period in the game. I'm pretty excited. We really do want to like pick up astronomy though, like ASAP. Alright, let's take out those barbarians, and we'll attack the spearmen, even though we're weak at the moment. And then of course we'll really want to take out these guys up here as well, after we clear out this initial camp. Oh, come on. They spawned. There was no way I could actually defend that unit. That is stupid. That is really just... oh, that's irritating, man. It just spawns and kills the trade route. So we're going to lose 5 gold a turn now because of that. So, suffice to say, I'm happy that we're going to be murdering these barbarians. Definitely going to take out the camp first, so that they can't spawn anymore. But yeah, I'm a little salty about that. Yeah, I know. I hate that, like, they'll tell you every turn, oh, I see you made friends with Russia.
Instrumental and mechanical science is the noblest, and above all the others, the most useful.
So we get bridges over rivers, another possible... we have 5 possible trade routes, which is really nice. I probably should have shot the galley there, by the way. That was less than ideal move. Because he can actually attack after moving into a... I would call it a threatened square, I guess. We'll build a trading post there. Alright, there's deer there. We want to build a deer camp. Definitely. So then we want to pick up civil service, so we can get education. Hey, 60 gold. Nothing to sneeze at, that's for sure. So I think Toledo's the only city left where we need a library so that we can get the national... I am so bad with words today. So we can get the national college. I think it's because I just woke up. That's so weird. It doesn't pop up in the normal production list. Wonders don't, I mean. So yeah, we still need... we need a library in this city. And a library costs $550. So I'm probably going to delete the scout, just to save the upkeep. Yeah. Not worth dragging him. We would lose more gold. Oh, he was 2 upkeep. So I'm glad we ditched him. Okay, so cleared that out. Very nice. Our happiness is down to 2. I think it's because our cities are growing really quickly now. We're gonna build another cargo ship, I guess. We'll give you work better in open terrain. It looks like a lot of this is open terrain, so we'll go with that. Alright, well, hey, thank you for watching. I'm going to end the episode here. We're in a pretty good position. I'm going to go get a drink of water, well, probably some breakfast if I'm being 100% honest. But, again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.